check out this real deal with real numbers from one of our clients that we've finished this property, handed it over and tenanted for nearly $120 more per room than when we first estimated in the feasibility. So every time we work with a client, we present the opportunity to them in this document, which is what we call our financial freedom blueprint. We put the land price in and we put the construction costs in. We've got our operating costs here, which is your gas, water, electric, internet and cleaners. We've got all of our mortgage costs here. You'll see that in year 1 to 2, the interest rate was at 5.5% because at the time of doing this deal, that's what the interest rate was sitting at. We also have all of the costs associated with doing these deals here. And then at the time, when we tested the market in this suburb, because we had no other HMOs in there, we were getting inquiries from people at $275 per room. So that gave us the confidence to put this deal together. And at the time, after construction, we would have been $3,000 a year cash flow positive, but also paying down $9,000 a year of principal. Now, in the financial freedom blueprint, this green line at the bottom is your net cash flow after all of expenses. And this model allocates the cash flow towards the principal, which reduces the term of the loan from 30 years down to 16 years. What that means is in 16 years, this particular client will be debt free. And when he's debt free, we don't have to worry about the banks. We don't have to worry about the RBA. We've got a debt-free asset which is churning out over $100,000 a year of net cash flow after all of expenses. But the problem is with this feasibility, we made a mistake. We made a massive mistake. First of all, the interest rates went up to 6.75%, which meant that we were now in negative cash flow, still paying down the principal, but it would have took us a little bit longer to pay down the debt. However, when we rented the rooms out, and I've just gone into our property management software, we rented these rooms out for $375, $375, $385, $375, $390, and for a grand total of $2,285 per week. Now this model, the model down here, it increases the rent by 5% per annum. That's in line with national trends across the country. We've just seen 20, 25%, 30% and 40% room rate increases on some of the rooms, but for the purpose of this model, we're going to keep it like this. It also factors in 7% capital growth per annum, again, which is a national average. It could be more, it could be less. For the purpose of this model, it's a good example. So with them increased room rates, even with the increased interest rate, this property is now $22,000 a year cash flow positive while paying down $7,000 worth of principal. You can see that the 30-year term loan is now reduced to 12 years. And once he's debt free and pays the mortgage off, it will be generating $141,000 per annum after all expenses. One property. Now, the other exciting thing about this is, if you look at this section here, total cost, $856,000. We cannot do a deal of this nature in this suburb now for under 1.15 million. Land is close to $400,000. Construction prices are around 685, just under 1.1 mil. Even now, with them numbers, you would still be cash flow positive, $7,000 per year, and you could still pay off your mortgage in 15 years instead of 12. So not a bad outcome. And this client is so happy, he's now doing another deal with us. Surprise, surprise. So imagine having 2 of these properties, which would be churning out $140,000, $150,000 a year, times 2, that's $300,000 a year in retirement from investing in just 2 properties. No need to buy 10 and sell 5 and pay the debt off the worst 5 or the best 5. Buy 2 properties, sit back, enjoy your life. Do not let your lifestyle get affected by your investing. And then in retirement, you can retire and enjoy the best time of your life. Simple.